What is going on, everybody? We are back on it. Hunter x Hunter episode 128. Apologize for my voice. Damn, as soon as I start speaking, it goes. I'm sick all over again with exactly what I just had 2 weeks ago, so trying to fight a little bit through that, but we're back on a Hunter x Hunter episode 128. You guys should be seeing this. This will actually be our first video of the new year, of the new decade. Yeah, you guys should be seeing this January 1st, 2020. Coming off of where we left off of last episode. We really didn't get much other than what looks to be the confirmation of Miriam's death. If what Yuppie and Poof came across happens to actually be his final form, like his actual final body there, I don't know if it is maybe a husk or a cocoon that he shielded himself in and then happened to squirt out the other side to protect himself from the explosion, but it looks to be that he's dead, like confirmed dead. I really want to see what Yuppie and Poof do. You would think, just out of rage, they go straight back to the compound and just kill anybody they can get their hands on. That'll be interesting to see. I don't think we're gonna get much Gon in Ito until episode 130 and 131. We might cut to them running. And then just a big discussion I wanted to get into, just the kind of whole Gon character, because a lot of the comments on last video, I'm actually recording this the day that you guys are seeing 127. So I've read the comments, but I didn't have time to respond to them. But it was pretty much the same overarching theme of everybody's comment that there's been signs pointing to Gon doing this. There's been signs pointing to his kind of downward spiral, and he's just a kid dealing with emotions. He doesn't mean half the things he says, or wait until the payoff or until it finishes to judge how you will feel finally about his character. And I feel like you can do that with any story, like wait till the end or try to connect the dots and you kind of saw it coming, but it still doesn't erase the fact that, like, right now, this man is not stable, cannot be trusted, and I just don't like his character and its mental state. I was never a big Gon fan, but like he was always kind of like the main character that you kind of laughed off and child prodigy. What blows my mind, like the biggest, is because we've seen him like contradict the same things that he's currently doing, especially in the Phantom Troop arc, in the Greed Island arc as well. I think he made comments about it, but first thing that pops out to my head was when Machi and Krollo and they had Gon and Killua captured. And Gon, I think, makes the statements along the lines, I think he's directing it to Krollo, like, how can you murder somebody or kill people and not have like any emotional attachment to it? I don't know the direct line. Let me make sure I quote this directly. Yeah, how can you kill people that have nothing to do with you? Fast forward, and my man says, if Pito messes up or does anything, he's gonna kill the girl. It's like, what? Given the even though he's having the downward spiral, just to flip that hard. And I'm getting a lot of people message me on Twitter because it looks like they don't want to kind of deal with the back and forth on YouTube. But that you kind of saw the dots connected on your second time. And that's another thing. Like, I had a lot of you kind of sympathize that you said you didn't see a lot of the dots being connected or a lot of the political things with Netero and the bombs and kind of all that until you rewatch the anime the second and third time. So I'm just watching it one time through. I really don't go back and watch any of the episodes after the fact. But you said you kind of got the theme on the second or third time through. But even connecting all those dots for that man to kind of just take this downward turn when I don't know how much time has passed, but we've seen him kind of be against this type of stuff. So it's just interesting to see what he's really going through. What's going to be real interesting is kind of what that ends up making Gon in the end, kind of when it's all said and done. I had a lot of you say that he wasn't really going to kill her. Do we know that? And a couple of you said that you thought the same way I did, and you kind of wished that. And it was hard to understand Gon emotionally, how he's feeling about Kite and what happened, when in the anime, unless you watch the older version, but even then, to feel that emotional connection that Gon feels about Kite, whether you watch the old anime version or this one. To get introduced to a character like Kite so late in the story, after we've built up the character that is Gon, and then to see Gon react the way he is when Gon was introduced so quickly and then he was killed so quickly. It was hard to like fathom that emotional kind of bond that Gon's feeling. I had a lot of you kind of leave comments that I kind of agreed with, and I didn't. It would be easier for me to kind of go over than me try to just recite them off the top of my head. One big one. I had 4 people message me on Twitter, and I think somebody left it in the YouTube comments, that a lot of what people are saying in the Twitch chat just like isn't true, and people are just, and it seems like I'm getting a lot of this, and this is with any anime, you get a lot of head canon, a lot of things that aren't explained that people just like connect the dots on their own, whatever that may have you. Um, but there was nothing in the manga or the later anime that ever stated that there was a Nen camera user in Heaven's Arena that would make you be able to see kind of the Nen strings and attachments. Um, and that you see a lot with Hunter x Hunter that people just try to make their own claims, and most people just accept it because they say they're manga readers, and they try to pass it off as their own interpretation of events, and kind of detail it as canon in the anime, but it's just personal theories, and it's no more than personal theories. Um, and try not to take what manga readers say as like the truth, which happens in a lot of things. You get things in one end, and then you don't get them in the other. Just a lot of good comments. Another comment that we had. This is all pertaining to episode 125 and 126. Um, Someone said their problem with Nen is that it's supposed to be built off of intense emotions, and that's supposed to help kind of shape how the power works. But the author doesn't show us the story behind the emotions that are developed, which is kind of my overarching theory with Kurapika. Um, and he gave an example like Palm's mermaid statue. It's just there, and that's it. There's no explaining why it's that, how it's that, what it's able to do. Um, and that Hunter x Hunter doesn't have that many fights, so we don't get to see the powers and the emotions really tested. Um, and that they agreed with me. They don't think Nen is a bad power system. They just wish that the author had showed us more of the powers. Um, and that the author gives a lot of certain conditions and details on certain things. And then on other powers, he just kind of lets it kind of be what it is. Nen is more flexible than other power systems, but it's murky for a lot of reasons as well. So I guess kind of take that with whatever kind of grain of salt that you want to. Um, and then I had a lot of people talking about flaws, but that it's hard to bring up flaws with Hunter x Hunter because like it has such like an elitist best overall fan base that it's hard to really not get attacked. And just one of the Nen conditions that I think that pops off at the top of my head is Basho or whatever his name was. Like that was one of the biggest questions I had when we got introduced to him with the haiku writing. And I had a lot of people say, "Don't worry, that'll get explained how it works." I don't remember that ever getting explained, like how he. I'm trying to find the exact comment. I had a good comment pertaining to Basho. We never got to really figure out how he's able to do what he does. And then another thing, like with the conditions kind of multiply on top of one another. Um, but I agree that it's also vague. An example, if Uvo had like denounced the Phantom Troop mid-fight, like this could seem like an actual real possible tactic. Kurapika did this big explanation on the chains and how the conditions are only for troop members and that's why it's so strong. If Uvo had like denounced the troop, would the change just stop working? Like how does that really flow through? Um and then how much does staking one's life on an ability improve the chains or improve an ability at all? And then you kind of get into like confusions, well, the conditions that aren't as clear as death. Um, and then it's if I don't follow my own conditions or rules, just inflict myself with pain, but everyone's pain. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of murky durkiness. Um, and I feel like I had a lot of you say this as well. Nen leaves a lot of wiggle room, but with the wiggle room, you're also gonna kind of get a lot of like he said, she said, um, which isn't a bad thing. And like I'm not disliking what's going on. I'm just trying to like really grasp everything um, as a whole. Another person said it's like a real soft magic system that comes off as a hard magic system. Um, it's a negative in the sense that debates on which characters beats who are really messy, and that you can't really get like a kind of just clear consensus on like what's really going on, and a lot of kind of it's just really it's just a lot to wrap my head around, and maybe once I watch it a couple times through, it'll be a little bit more and easier to kind of not accept, but just kind of understand. Um, because it was hard enough when, and all animes like have their flaws in general. So this isn't just me going in a Hunter x Hunter. I encourage open dialogue here. Like, feel free. Like, I don't delete comments if someone wants to say this was a shitty explanation or reaction. Like, feel free. I mean, I don't let people just drop N bombs and stuff like that in the comment section. But yeah, I mean, feel free to like explain it and go back and forth as is. It's just good to see the kind of um I'm not the only one that thought a lot of these things, especially on the first watch through. Um but at this late in the story, I got less than 20 episodes left. Me trying to dissect Nen and what it is and what it can't do and what it allows and how a condition got to where it is. And I mean, this is going to be a big discussion I'm going to have at the end when I kind of do my series wrap up. Is going to be a lot on the Nen and a lot of what you guys said in the YouTube comments and the people that direct messaged me on Twitter as well. um you kind of agreed that instead of being shown conditions and what they do and the emotional, like, show me the path, don't just show me the end result. And with that, don't tell me in a 30-second synopsis while a fight is happening and then just boom, that's it, type stuff. But we'll see how it has to offer. And right now, the bigger problem to worry about is because Nen is what it is. If you don't accept it or know what's going on by now, then you're 130 episodes in. You're just gonna have to watch it and just call it a day. But we're stuck on this man gone, and not only gone, but I feel like everybody is in danger at the compound. We already know that Poof has no love for Komugi or Komogi. Um, if him and Yuppie fly back there right now, they'll kill her, and there's nothing that like the current squad of hunters can do to stop them. At least I don't think. And has Yuppie permanently? You know how he said, "I don't care for the humans anymore; they can die, or we'll kill them, or whatever is it that he said exactly." Um, do you think when he gets the opportunity, he freezes? Does he go back on what he said about how he doesn't care about them anymore? Um, or does it become a weakness of his? So we'll kind of see how that goes. We had a little cold opening here. I'm at 2 seconds. I'm going to press play right now. It might be a quick recap, so I'll probably skip through all this so we can keep talking about everything and kind of get through that. Netero perished with the king. The narrator said he perished. Those screams were so good too, especially Yuppie's. We've seen Poof cry all the time, so I didn't take Poof's cries that. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go through all that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, open dialogue, I encourage it. We get some good dialogue with our Hunter x Hunter videos. It looks like we don't get too much like that was stupid or like why would you say that? How could you not agree that we don't have too many like elitist conversations. Um I'd say it's about half of the comments we have consider Hunter x Hunter the best anime or the best story, and the other half consider it good, and you can see the open flaws with it, and um yeah, it's a good discussion to have. Like I said, I think all animes have their flaws. Every story does, even though some of my favorites and some of my worst. some of my least favorites, and some of my least favorites do things really good, and some of my favorites do things really bad. Um, but it's about the overarching story. Um, there's things I wish we saw in Hunter x Hunter, and maybe we still will, and I'll kind of wait for that to get there when it gets towards the end. I mean, not towards the end, when it does end, and just kind of give an overall synopsis about it. We have what, exactly 20 episodes? We got 28, 29, then 17. Yeah, so we got 19 episodes left here. Give or take the last. Unparalleled joy and unconditional love. All right, here we go. So yeah, feel free to leave your comments, open dialogue. I'm all for going back and forth. He's alive. He's gonna die in their arms, or are they gonna bring him back? Pito's not even gonna be there. Can one of them give their lives? Is that an ability? What? Let him eat him, and he'll gain his abilities. Wow, does he really escape out of this? Maybe he is alive. I mean, he is alive, but maybe he pops out perfectly fine. But just consuming Nen is going to let him regenerate, or am I missing something there? Oh, that was easy. And they can heal him? Where did that come from? I mean, he's still going to be legless and armless, correct? Damn, Netera, it wasn't good enough, man. It wasn't good enough. I mean, he pretty much did survive a nuke at point blank range. Is he going to sprout limbs? I wonder what when he comes to, because I'm guessing he's going to live, and he knows the humans have things like this at their disposal. What does that do to his mindset? Like moving forward. And Poof didn't have to die for that. Wow. Him and Kamugi are going to get to see each other again. Talking about tasting Poof. We gotta lose something here, right? The king gets to come back to life and all three royal guards are good to go. What a come up that is. And Netero's dead. Gonna eat all his guards. But he can't get bigger, right? I mean, he did commit actual cells that aren't going to come back together to make him bigger. He's losing it. He's actually losing it. But to say he's just turning everything in. And why is he engulfed in Super Saiyan flames? Everybody's actually freaking out right now. Dang, I thought they were gonna go on a killing spree rampage, but looks like he's gonna be alive. Is he gonna have to consume them fully? Damn, Netero. Wasn't enough. Looks like it wasn't enough. But I do wonder, I want to know what his thoughts are knowing that, like, humans have this capability. But you feel like he'll never let himself get cornered like that ever again, correct? To the point where something like that could be effective. Like we were about to wake up and see that none of this happened. He hadn't been born yet, like we were gonna be on some Inception shit. Reached what? The pinnacle of their species. Damn. Like, is he just back to normal? Or they're just walking out of there like nothing happened, dusting themselves off, and that's it? Or, damn, that sucks. Netero did all that for what? I guess we're gonna find out for what. Wow, he really is good to go. That's a damn shame. And the nuke from that point blank didn't even kill him. Wild. Is that their forms from now on? Like they're not going to get any bigger or stronger than that? And he's stronger than ever before? Well, no one's going to take him out. I mean, we knew nobody's going to take him out, but What's plan B? That sucks. Damn, I wanted to know that Netero really did it. And he didn't. He might have changed him mentally, but uh that sucks. He's really gonna go through it. So how did he regenerate back to normal? I know they were just pumping this man with cells and Nen, but it allowed him to just sprout as is, or y'all feel free to explain that. Well, maybe he'll get to tell Komogi her name. No way he lost his memory if he remembers the name. Don't lie again. Is this their forms from now on? Since they gave up so much, or what? He's not gonna remember the girl. Huh. My man is mildly concussed. He doesn't even remember. I was about to say. So would he have recovered if they didn't show up? Because he just made it seem like we wanted to speed up your recovery, almost to the fact that he would have recovered. What happens when he sees the girl? He's trying to kill the girl. Yep. He's been trying to kill her for a while. He won't stop him either. He doesn't know that they've already left. So they're gonna have to protect her. Now the question: did he miscalculate how long it's gonna take? Oh shit. Okay, he's got wings, so scratch that. It's not gonna take 20 minutes. You've got what, half that? Not only did he not die, he came out stronger. So that's good. Damn it, Netero. We died for nothing. Like I thought maybe he'd come back to life and remember what happened and of what the power that humans can do. But he feels nothing. So Netero died for nothing. They're on his tail. Damn, looking like damn Goku out there flying with that ki aura behind him. He'll arrive in 5 minutes. Damn it, that's what's gonna be next episode, huh? Yeah, the episode's gonna end. They're not there. Are they still on Palace ground? Oh, shh. And he tagged him. I mean, the punch probably didn't do shit, but got the APR on him at least. Palm could slow him down, maybe? But I don't know how strong this clone of him is compared to. I'm confused on like everything they gave up. What state does that currently leave them in? Percentage wise. I'm gonna need a good explanation on that. Oh shit, it's on the real one. And Yuppie knows what that is. Yuppie, you know what it is. Or he should have a general idea of what that is. Oh, she used her ability. That's what that was. I was like, what the hell was this deep blue wink? Oh God. So of the one, two, three, four, five right there, how many of them do we think are gonna live till the end of the story? Let's see. If that's the lineup right there, let me go back one time for the one time. Boom. Okay, if this is the squad we've got, how many do we think live? Like, if we're being real, though, nobody's died in this. It looks like Shoot is going to come out okay. Netero, the strongest in all these weaklings, actually was the one that ended up dying. So if this is the lineup right here, I'm going to say Palm, Ikalgo, and the Chameleon die. I think Knuckle and Kilu will be the only ones remaining. I think Ikalgo will want to prove himself to save a friend that he ever had a friend. Palm is just so mutated that I feel like it'll be easy to kind of, I guess, write her character off as a death doing something in Gon's favor or memory, or they turned me into this, let me use it in type thing. And the Chameleon, same thing with Ikalgo, like wanting to do it for the original queen, you know, that type of stuff. Um, the story we spent a lot on them kind of moaning and crying, moaning and crying, moaning and crying some more. Um, I guess just kind of where do we go from here? Because now we don't. The king's not dead. As far as maybe the humans know, the nuke did nothing unless they had some kind of like cameras in the air, an eye in the sky. So like he doesn't remember what happened, or I can't remember if he said he did remember or didn't. Um, so the question then becomes, what was Netero's purpose? Because if the king doesn't take what happened to heart, knowing that he's not invincible, and humans, given the chance or any opportunity, could kill me, even non-strong ones. If he doesn't take that going forward mentally, what Netero died, I mean, getting to fight somebody finally he can consider strong, but that's pretty much all that was gained, unless I'm missing something here. Um, and then I guess the other question is, what is the current strength of the two guards that sacrificed so much? Are they just on like a little cooldown and then they'll kind of sprout back up to their original size, original power? Or are they going to be weakened and this small forever, given what they gave up? Because the king said he didn't recognize their appearances, making it seem like this is them. They chose to get to the current state they are to help and revive their king. Because if not, the only thing we did in this entire thing, this entire palace sting slash operation, was lose one of, if not the strongest hunters slash humans on the planet. And not only did we not kill the king or any of the royal guards, we actually helped make the king stronger. um, so we'll see how that plays out. And who of our remaining kind of cast of five over here ends up living until the end. We have 18 episodes left. Um, it's looking like episode 130 and 131 are going to be the Pito fight. But again, Gon's going to kill her. We know the power is going to be there. The rage is going to be there. Whatever he morphs, turns into, manifests, he'll kill her. Is it going to be a close fight? I hope so. But we know that he will. I guess the other question is, what is going to happen with the king? Do we just drop nukes on the palace and like really fluff him up 10 times stronger? Does he end up remembering something with Komogi and they just kind of ride off into the sunset, the two of them, and live a peaceful life, happy ever after, and we don't have to ever worry about him again? Which I don't know how you can just leave him alive anyway if he did choose to do that. And then the guards are so vengeful and hateful and prideful. Like, what happens with them? I mean, Pito will die. What happens with Yuppie and Poof if they are able to kind of acquire their original strength, size, power levels, and all that. But yeah, so besides everything that's happened here, this whole entire thing, all that's happened is we lost Nove to just mental tormation. Shoot, who I'm guessing they're considering like these are actual like good pro level hunters. We lost another pro level hunter to injury. Another one is tapped completely his resources and is going to be of no use anytime soon. And we lost the head of the Hunter Association slash up for debate the strongest human on the planet. And in return, we made the king stronger. So we might have failed. Currently, I think the whole mission is a failure. It's an absolute failure. They accomplished what they had agreed to accomplish, but the end goal is honestly worse than maybe it was in the beginning. So we'll kind of see how this plays out here and what happens with the king. Because I don't see anybody killing him. And then I wonder this when it happened, did that nuke actually kill him? Anybody else, they die 100%, human or not. I think the guards die from that 100% if we switch places and make that Yuppie or Poof or Pito, and they're caught in the explosion, I think they die. And then with Poof's line of how I just wanted to speed up your recovery, would he have been able to lie there in that lava madness and regenerate or kind of heal back, or was he on the verge of dying had it taken any longer? I want to say he was on the verge of dying had it taken any longer. That was literally the only way he survived. I kind of wanted to see him die in their arms to like make them rage that much more. I didn't know that this kind of feeding our cells to him was an option. Um, but we'll see how it plays out. This will be Wednesday's video, the first video of 2020, January 1st. And we'll go from there. Code Chaos will be up tomorrow. Episode 24 of season 2 will be up on Patreon, so we have one episode left after that. My Hero Academia is going good slash not good slash we'll just have an open discussion about that. As I've seen, there's some furious My Hero Academia subreddit threads where manga readers and others are losing their minds. And after kind of stepping back a little bit and examining, I kind of agree. But we'll leave that for Saturday's video. We'll go from there. So let me know what you guys think. Feel free to leave your comments addressing anything I said pre-video and post-video. And we can have some open dialogue and go from there. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. Enjoy your new year. As always,